listen up, y'all. Listen up. I'm y'all substitute teacher, Mr. Garvey.
Last class of the day, a teacher with no patience left. Everyone talks, it's like no one has to obey. The walls are peeling, broken chairs, metal detectors. You walk with trash in your way. 3 kids sleep, others only cheat. Girls stare to compare each other's hair and jewelry. Wear a room filled with distraction and negativity in the air. There in the back of the class, little Johnny sits, passing the time by playing games on his phone or checking Facebook pics, trying to ignore the world, any kind of escape that gets him away from realizing the disappointment and anger he bottles up behind his face. His homie Will doing his usual drill, cussing in front of the teacher or hitting a Monica whose ass spills out of a chair every day. Still, little Johnny knows better. He heard of her abortion pills. That's why little Johnny keeps to himself, just stares at the windowsill, trying to deal with his dull life. Text message said, "We all kicking it tonight." And though he knows they're a bad influence on him as a whole, he don't wanna be alone, and he got nowhere else to go, so might as well. His mother don't approve of them, but that don't stop him. And then you hear the final bell.
Alright, everybody.
Drunk and reckless, his favorite hobby. Lives right next to Johnny, brother from another.
"You coming to meet up with the others?"
Johnny replies, "Yeah, I'll be there. I'll hit you up after supper. You know my mother."
Alright, bro, I'ma get high now. I'm not trying to go home and deal with my dad right now. I'll probably just chill at the park till it's dark, cool?
Cool. Little Johnny walks in his apartment complex, floor level 2, takes off his shoes. His mother asks,
"How was school?"
He says, "Good."
"I know it's hard, honey, but you can't skip. I'm learning about scholarships."
The thought of college didn't seem an option for Johnny. The way he lives was hungry, but only wine and frozen dinner in the fridge. "I'm meeting up with friends. I'll be back around 10.
"You mean those kids from the east side? You know how I feel about them."
It's like a study group for a project I gotta turn in.
"Okay, 10 o'clock. You promise?"
"Yeah, Ma, I promise."
"Here's some cash. Bring some milk back."
Before he leaves, he sees a photo of his father and tosses it in the trash. His mother doesn't react.
Man, start off with a pull of Smirnoff after a long day of school.
Nah, I'm alright.
Will's over there tripping about some dude.
Fuck y'all, it's true. I beat his ass if it weren't for the teacher in the room.
Little Johnny laughs, shaking his head too. His 5'4" wide ass talks, never moves, and thinks he looks more intimidating with all the tattoos. They sit in the park, nowhere to go, nothing to do, looking for trouble and excitement in a life that's been lifeless since beginning of their youth. They watch a BMW pull up across the street to park. It was dark. They see a figure get out and then lock the car and then walk away in a rush. Johnny's trying to sober up. The rest are pretty drunk.
Niggas, stop saying that you hard. You wanna be gangster? Fine then. Snatch something from the car.
No, Will, don't
Bitch, I got a bat in the trunk, you pussies. I don't give a shit.
Johnny feels the buzz in his pants pocket. It's his mother who broke his promise.
Now who you calling a bitch? A backpack? Looks like I'll have that.
Off in the distance, Johnny trips, gets up and sprints down the road, looks back and sees everyone split in a different direction. He was alone. Saw a cop driving slower. Fear takes over and he runs all the way home.
"Johnny, I've been calling you over and over. You think you can just come in here anytime you want to?"
Ignoring most of this, Lil Johnny checks his pocket. They lay empty as he remembers back to when he tripped. job uninspired. Bump Records 10-year celebration, a non-profit that helps kids acquire the skill to make music. A beautiful movement with people that I admire. Walking back to my car, I had to park a little far. Downtown Oakland is no joke when you're trying to find a parking spot that's open. The first thing I see is the broken glass. I'm hoping that someone just smashed some bottles, but I slow my pace cause I noticed that there's a broken bat. Confused, I stayed in limbo until I saw the shattered window. Partly wanted to run, thinking they were waiting for me to come to get their second helpings. And this time with a gun, they took my music, computer, headphones, mic, hard drive. I'm feeling stupid cause none of it was backed up. Feeling done with all this bad luck, and I'm so caught up in the fact I forget at least I'm okay in the aftermath. That's when I find the phone on the ground. A black boy in his teens comes on the screen, but there's a passcode to proceed. I clench my fist full of hate in the moment, knowing there's no way he can escape the anger and fear making me think in irrational ways. So I believe hurting people is how to keep the people safe, and it didn't matter if he did it. I just needed someone to blame for all my mistakes, and his punishment was purely for my own sake. Only after did I realize this kind of thinking is how the system was made. But during, I grabbed the phone and drove away, fixed on making sure this nigga pays for what he did today. This is the end of chapter 1.